So you become the Monarch of Shadows, but did you know it matters which Shadow Soldiers that you extract first, promote first, and even use first? Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodDemon here, coming with you today with the Army of Shadows complete guide and breakdown video. So with this, guys, you guys will be able to know which shadows to use first, promote first, and even summon for first. So when it comes to the Army of Shadows, you end up unlocking the boy Igris for free. So you just gotta beat chapters 8 and 9, and then you get him for free. And then his Shadow Authority, which basically with this, if you put any of the shadows first, you unlock their Shadow Authority, and each and every one of them has their skill specific Shadow Authority. So for Igris, as you can see, all team members crit hit rate increases by 7%. If we, let's say, sub Blades here, his Shadow Authority, all team members attack increases by 3%. If we go for, let's say, the boy Tank, his Shadow Authority, all team members defense increases by 6%. And last but not least, if we do the boy Iron, his Shadow Authority, all team members max HP increases by 6%. So it actually really will depend on what mission you're doing, because let's say you're doing a hunter mission with straight tanks, you would want to put Iron first. But let's say you just have Igris. There's an order that you guys really want to extract them in, guys. Now that differs from the way you unlock them, because after Igris, you'll get Tank in the subsequent chapter. So you'll get him in chapter 10, and then you'll get Iron in chapter 11 at the end, and then you'll get Blades in chapter 12 at the beginning. But guys, even though you unlock them in this order, you want to extract them in the reverse order. So what does that mean? You want to wait until Blades is able to be extracted, and then you want to extract him first. After that, you want to go for Iron, and after that, you want to go for Tank. Guys, you gotta resist the temptation to unlock a shadow right after you get it, because that's what I did. I ended up getting Tank, I ended up getting Iron, and when I got Blades right after, and he was one of the best ones in early access. So with that, you definitely want to unlock him first, because honestly, the attack boost Shadow Authority is honestly very good. It'll help Jinoo, it'll help a good amount of hunters whose damage scales off of attack. And overall, if we end up upgrading him, promoting him a little bit, he can do a nice AoE attack and damage. Now, second up, why do we want to extract Iron next? Well, when it comes to Iron, his Shadow Authority is honestly very good. So all team members max HP increases by 6%. This will help all of your tanks. Even Sun Jinoo, some of his skills deal damage based off of HP, like the Phantom Mutilate, which is one of my favorite skills to use. So increasing my attack by 6% can go a long way. And then last but not least, you want to upgrade Tank last. Now he does have a very good basic skill, which basically stuns the target for 1 second, and even a second can matter in this game. But honestly, I do think this is the order of importance. Let me know what you guys think about that. But why do you want to extract all of them? Like, you're probably thinking, hey, can I just extract 2 of them and just leave it? Can I extract 1 of them and wait for Tusk to come out? Honestly, guys, until Tusk comes out, we don't really have much to talk about, right? We need a big update for Tusk to come out, but you do want to upgrade and extract all of these ones, because that'll end up increasing your total army power. And what this basically allows you to do is increase your max army capacity. So as you can see in the bottom right, I have 18,000 shades out of shades. And what are shades? So shades will be consumed upon using shadows. They can be obtained from various game modes where you play as Sun Jinoo. So that's either the story mode or the gates. So when that gets decreased, and how that decreases, basically, if we look at any one of the shadows, each time you summon them, they have a certain number of shades that will be used. So for Igris, he's an elite knight, so that's going to use 500. The rest of them are common, so that's going to use 200, and that accumulates for all 3 of them. So if I use Igris, Iron, Tank, that's going to be 900 shades each time I click the summon button in any mode. So let's say I summon 3 times in an encore dungeon, that's 2,700 shades being used. So you guys got to be mindful of how many times you're summoning. If there's easy missions, you definitely want to save your summons. You don't want to summon your shadows if you're, for sure gonna beat a boss. So early on, that definitely matters. You want to be strategic when summoning. However, when it comes to farming shades, when you guys need shades, you want to either go to gates or you want to go to instance dungeons. Now, gates have a very lower difficulty. I tried to look at it a little bit earlier and I couldn't get any shades, but if you can get shades, that's good. But you have to do Genu Gates, and that's probably a way you can maybe get shades. Now, the surefire way is to do instance dungeons. Any instance dungeon will give you shades 1,000%. So what you might want to do after daily reset, let's say you're low on traces or you're high on traces, you might not want to do your instance dungeons right away. Let's say you want to play some game modes, wait for the shades to decrease, and then when you're super low, when you're out, then you can play some instance dungeons, get your shades right back up. That way you can, be refreshed, because once you have a maxed out shades, let's say I go play some instance dungeons, I'm not gonna get over the capacity. So I'm at 18,000. If I play an instance dungeon and it says I got 4,000 shades, it's gonna stay at 18,000. So that's kind of a waste, guys. So make sure you're kind of following those steps. Obviously, if you need to play instance dungeons, you need to play them, but there's so many things you can play in this mode. Do some encore missions, summon the shadows, then do the instance dungeons. That'll literally help you out, and you'll basically lose no shades through there, guys. But let me know what you guys think about this guide. I do think this is probably the best way to use your shadows. I think the last part we need to talk about is promotion. So promotion. And finally, do not promote any of your shadows before extracting all of them. So make sure all of them are extracted. As you can see here, I unlocked all of my shadows before even trying to promote one of them. Now, when it comes to promotions, I do think Igris should be promoted first. I do think that's what you want to focus on big time. Now, when it comes to that, let's look at Blades real quick, because Igris is maxed out, so it's not going to show us. When it comes to their promotion, whatever their shadow authority is, basically is going to increase by 1%. So Blades was attack, that's going to increase by 1%. So it goes from 3% to 4% at the common to elite upgrade. And then all shadow soldiers have a max of 3 upgrades. So they can go from common to elite, knight, and elite knight. So 1, 2, 3. And at the third one, obviously that's plus 3%. So at elite knight, Blades can increase all team members' attack by 6%. They gain an obtained skill in between elite and knight, so you definitely want to try and save shades until you upgrade them to elite knight. If you can save 350, that'd be awesome. Obviously, for my free to win players, this might not be viable, but I'm telling you guys, the rewards will be worth it. Now, when it comes to promotions, you definitely want to upgrade Igris first, because not only do you get an increase on crit hit rate, which helps every one of your characters except Choi Jonin, you're going to end up getting his blade axle. So with this, he's going to do his nice kind of sword gathering energy and slashes that kind of just slash across the air once he moves. And this does a good amount of attack, and not to mention his bleed skill will probably get upgraded. The damage will get upgraded a little bit. And yeah, I definitely feel like upgrading Igris to Elite Knight was probably one of the best things I did. I even streamed this and it was amazing. And now that I know what to do about that, when it comes to my free-to-play account, I know which shadow I'm gonna upgrade first. So I only have Igris unlocked in my free-to-play account, but I'm going to wait till I can get Blades unlocked to extract him. So once I have enough traces and I have Blades unlocked, I'm just gonna extract him, guys. I'm not gonna be thirsty and extract one of these two. Even though they are good shadow soldiers, you definitely want to unlock Blades first, because the shades can be very scarce, especially early on once you start getting into the army of shadows. But let me know what you guys think. If this guide video helps you out, feel free to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can know each and every time we go live, because we're going live daily. We're doing daily live stream. Last but not least, make sure you join the Discord server, join the No Good Mafia, and if you guys need any help in there, we would be happy to help. But with that, that'll be all for today. You guys take care. Peace.
Looks fun.